Well, it's been an Alright, my friends, well, it's been an insane year. Even though it's not quite over yet, we just celebrated Christmas, and no shortage of weirdness going on above our heads. Take a look at Carroll, Ohio on the 23rd of December, eerily similar to what we have posted in the past multiple times, and talked about frequency and sound being used as a technology to affect the weather. Yes, my friends, this is backed by patents with the US government, which means that the US government deems these ideas and technologies good enough to use on our own atmosphere and in turn on us as US citizens. And I gotta say, which is very important, even with all the censorship we have going on most social media platforms, the internet has got to a point where we can actively post this stuff, and about 50% of the time we can get away with getting it to a lot of people before it is taken down or censored. There's too much content these days, too many people with cameras pointing up to the sky, capturing these disgusting things happening.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to GUFON. I am your host, Arish Giorgiano. It is December 26th, 2024, the year of our Lord Zitch. You did it. You made it past Christmas, and you're here. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out tonight on a Thursday, the day after Christmas. Well, there you go. Some more high strangeness in the sky, although nothing new. We understand now when we see these clouds, even though they're in our history books or our weather almanacs, we see strangeness in the sky with the lines they lay called chemtrails. Awkward. Are they part of a sound frequency? I don't know. But I know one thing. We can modify the weather, control the weather. We can extend communications by hundreds of miles along those lines in the sky. How it's done with electrical waves, I don't know. Sound frequencies bouncing off of them is what I heard. So we're going to talk about the high strangeness that is that, which we all know, and a lot of you denied chemtrail activity forever and still do. And I can't see how. I really don't. There's no way you can. Especially with the evidence I allege I have, which I do, marrying up the storms with the satellite images and my video of them spraying chemtrails into the thunderheads of thunderstorms, watching them dissipate and then rebuild as they leave the Phoenix area. It was so obvious to everybody who's seen those videos. And now documents are out, have been out. People ignore them. So we'll talk about all that. Chemtrail activity. I think it's awful. I think it's the worst. I hate that it has been, well, they used it, they modified it for war. They tried to drown the Vietnamese in rain, yet they drowned their own guys instead. Well, you know. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. You know what else? Yeah. Drones. They found one fell out of the sky, two fell out of the sky. We've got an inside look to what one of these drones looked like. I think it fell on the beach in the Netherlands or somewhere, Indonesia. And oh, by the way, it's that anniversary for that tsunami that hit 20 years ago yesterday. At least 250,000 people dead or missing. It's a lot more. I think it's 50 grand more. I don't know. Maybe it isn't, but the proof is in the pudding. All you got to do is go outside and do what? Look up, because if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. It is a GUFON introductory. Who's here tonight? Brian Yates. Welcome to the show. How you doing, Chief? Thorpe. Welcome to the show. Merry day. Kelly Lewis, the EW, is here. Zach Diecast Mont You know, welcome to the show. Hey, how you doing, artist? You're the best. Welcome to the show. Hi, Amanda Shale, a Kyrgyz founder. I hope I say that right. Hey, Dan Peters, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Hope you had a good Christmas. The Angel of GUFON, Jeanette Angel. And that's how you say her last name, by the way. I thought it was Angel because of the two L's. You extend it, you know, like gel cap. Oh, no, that's just gel. Hair gel. Oh, no, that's one L too. Where are there two L's? Are there none? Gelatin? No, that's one L too. Gelatinous. I don't know, but the Angel of GUFON. Welcome to the show. Marcel. What do you say, Chief? How you doing? Huh? Doing good? See, Marcel sits right there. Samo's over there. And Renee Cruzan is in French. Welcome to the show, Renee. I'm surprised you're here today. Just, I don't know. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. How's the arm? Gyro, welcome to the show. How you doing? Yes, I like what you said there, my friend. Everything does have a frequency. You know that? That is so true. And they say we can use these frequencies somehow to communicate, right? Oh, God, I wish I could. You know what I like in a frequency? To almost like intuition, your gut feeling. I think that's where like the frequency changes in you. I don't know, but I think we all have a frequency, right? Right, and that's what the psychics use to make contact. They find the frequency, or the frequency finds them in the realm, and they communicate. I'll be honest with you. I never talk to anyone or anything ever, but when you play psychic and you think you're psychic, you can imagine a conversation. You see me do it here on the show every night. I imagine Marcel's there and Samo's there, Kelly's there, Thor's over here. I got everybody in the same seats, so I don't feel like, I'm alone. It's not that hard, right? Right? Right. I'm crazy, but I'm not the only one who does that. I know a lot of hosts who have to do that too. But I'm glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Pool Player 361, welcome to the show. All right, if I didn't say your name, hey, David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Okay. Welcome to the show is here. Now we can get started. Hey, Sean, welcome. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean, I don't love you. We do have a lot of show. We always do, especially with the drones and the alleged sightings of capturing drones. To me, it looks like artwork. I'm going to jump right into that. So let me pull it up. J-Morph, welcome to the show. Call it chemtrail. Call it chemtrails. It's a conspiracy theory, but if you call it geoengineering or cloud seeding, yes! Boom! Freaking A, I love that. I wish I thought of it. You're right, man. That's right. Oh, we're just doing some cloud seeding. We're just trying to... they do that in... they bring rain to the... is it Abu Dhabi? That place where it's beautiful in the desert, and they make it rain. They do. They actually cloud seed and bring an awful lot of rain to the desert. It is going to ruin our ecosystem eventually. It may already have. Because what it does, it throws off the balance. The earth does everything it's supposed to do, right? It always has until now. Until the last 50, 70 years, we've been messing with it since the 60s, maybe the 50s. But, crop guys, crop dusting and trying to get rain that way, that's been around for a long time. They used to shoot up shit into the sky, right? To make it rain. I don't know what they would do, but it's like a, and then it, right? And then they have those circles and they go up into the sky. Make it rain. Dollar bills, y'all. Gary Henninger, welcome to the show. How you doing, man? Hope you had a good holiday. Still going, by the way. The holiday. Tacey Hale, how are you, Tacey? Hope you had a nice holiday. Who's this? Universe is changing. What a Dubai. Thank you. Yeah, Dubai. Dubai. What did I say? Abu Dhabi? What? I'm so stupid. I really am. Paula Faust, how are you? Glenn Collins, the nicest guy. Jimmer Travels. Apostate Plus Tax. Everybody's jumping in. All right. Star Galactic Federation. How you doing? Merry Christmas to you. And a Happy New Year. Let's get back to the chemtrail scene, and then we'll start talking about strangeness
happening in our sky. Some of these phenomena may be natural, but all you have to do is a simple Google search and you can find out tons and tons of weather modification technologies that are used all over the world. In fact, one of the big topics this year was the banning of chemtrails over specific states. Now, the reason this is completely silly to me is that all they need to do is spray over another state and let it flow into the state where they claim they are no longer going to be doing it. I've made multiple videos on that as well, and it just seems that every time we catch something going on, they come out with some sort of excuse as to why it's okay, or as to why we are the ones that seem crazy when we're simply asking questions. We also had a wild year with the radar anomalies, specifically NEXRAD. We were able to predict and forecast not only insane tornadoes from earlier in the year, but we were also able to predict landfall and wind speeds of pretty much every hurricane this season.
All right, I want to say something real quick. Anybody you talk to that doesn't believe in chemtrails will say this. It's the humidity interacting with the fuel coming out of a jet engine at a higher altitude. My father is a perfect example of this. He doesn't believe 9/11 was an inside job either. And God for nobody would try to kill Trump. No. But the government doesn't do that. Yes, they do. Anyway, they always say the same thing. So when you talk to somebody who says, it's at 30,000 feet higher because of the hot engine, the moisture in the air, that's all. No, these chemtrails are below 15,000 feet, as low as 5,000 feet in Arizona that I know of. 5,000, that was it. It was so huge. Yeah, it was like an accident. They did it several times in 2004 and once in 2003. And then they got wise. And I have these enormous chemtrails that you don't see anymore like this. They've calmed it down, but it's not because Arizona is extremely dry, like 18% humidity, and the chemtrails blanketed the sky by noon. So what they did is exactly what Into Thin Air is saying. People started understanding what was going on. Even the weatherman was getting in on the action on Fox, saying, we got chemtrail activity. And they started talking. So what they did, they started spraying outside of the city 60 miles. And the easterly winds pushed everything over anyway. Didn't fool anybody. Same exact freaking thing. I just wanted to stop and say, anybody who thinks chemtrails aren't real will give you this humidity interacting with the thrust of an engine, jet engine. It's the jet engine fuel.
Sharing these videos all year, getting the word out there, because we did some damage when it comes to the mainstream media and how they adjust their stories based on what we post here. We are the new media, my friends.
Yep.
Mainstream media has completely died. It is done for. And now the truth is going to be exposed with people like me and people like you. A little off topic here, but something else I was a little happy about was finding out that Tony Fauci is no longer being funded by the American taxpayer for his $15 million security. I'm not going going to say what I really feel about this man, but I gotta say, I actually enjoyed watching this man squirm in his seat after what he did to everybody in this country and the world. Take a listen to this.
Allegedly.
Yes, there have been everything from harassments by emails, texts, letters of myself, my wife, my 3 daughters. There have been credible death threats leading to the arrests of 2 individuals.
This is what happens when you lie. This is, in this day and age, people will mess with you or worse. Of course, we don't condone that, but doesn't mean they don't deserve it.
And credible death threats mean someone who clearly was on their way to kill
They
me.
screwed our country over.
Threats today?
Yes, I do. Every time someone gets up and says I'm responsible for the death of people throughout the world, the death threats go up.
Well, sir, I wonder why that is. Anyway, I had to throw that in there, and there is so much more I could throw in this video with a whole year of data and crazy things we've seen, but that would take way more time than you want to spend right now, I'm sure. So what we need to do, my friends, is step it up another level for 2025, because we are not letting up. No community note, no censorship, nothing is going to stop us from showing the world what is going on, whether it's inside of our mainstream media, which is failing at a record rate, or of you and I using our senses, our God-given senses, to look up and know when something is not normal. All right, my friends, I appreciate.
That's wild. Into Thin Air. Got to go check it out. I'll put the link in there after the show. So yeah, and you got to watch the disco parties. No, it's true. Prepare now. Severe weather is en route. Always watch for the disco parties. Do you get it? Into Thin Air says it. Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, and more. Severe weather warning with possible overnight tornadoes. Why is that? In winter? Yeah, he's got a little video on this. Prepare now. This looks serious. Usually we don't cover a lot of this stuff, right? It's Into Thin Air. I'm curious, so let's take a listen. Welcome back. Oh, wrong. Oh, I see. We got the laser beams. Oh, look at that. Wow. Did you see that? Ding, ding, ding. Ding, backwards? Oh, that's the other way. Okay. Why is it going backwards? Oh, I see. Wow. Look at that. But I've been seeing these anomalies forever. Those aren't anything new. I always just dismiss them as the radar. Those are the radar waves from the radar towers. Isn't it? And those little streaks. You really think those are death rays? I'm not so sure. It's interesting. But I don't see either way. Like, there's proof, there's no proof. It's there, but there's nothing connecting those to the weather. Only that they happen around the same time there's strange weather. You understand? But you don't know if that's coming, the beams are coming from the radar tower, and it's the satellite above picking it up inside the feed. Right? Isn't that all it is? See, I'm not sold, and I'm usually sold on this stuff. But I'm not, because I've seen it forever and never thought of it. It could be. I want to see evidence, better evidence. That's pretty good evidence. That's pretty good. And you see it down there? Watch. Seen it down here too. Wow. That's wicked. It really is. Oh, did we doing this again? Oh, we already did it. Okay, it's going through again. Anyway, interesting. Interesting. Before I got into UFOs, I was a storm chaser for 7 years and used radar all the time. Seen those, whatever glitches, or I'm just not sold on it. There's a lot of evidence, but it's not conclusive enough for me yet. It's coincidental. And I don't know if it's okay. You got chemtrails. We know they exist. So what are they doing? Right. So what would stop them from using technology with the clouds to alter it? So it probably is really happening. And I'm just being stubborn. But I just don't blindly believe everything I see right off the bat. It's going to take me a while, but we're on the right track. Into Thin Air's done such a good job pulling this stuff out and showing us in detail. Okay. Not to jump off topic. Maybe I'll go back to this. Hold on. Let me see what else we got here first. Nancy Mace talking about the orbs and the drones. This is only 45 seconds. Let me just play this. It's always nice to see the Mace. Hey, if you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, you know what to do. All those links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, go.
Oh, well, absolutely. I think everything's on the table. I mean, I've been in some briefings where specifically about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were in a skiff in a classified setting, and I can't share what shapes these are. But there are actually 2 specific shapes that have been, there's footage and photographs of them in the skies that the federal government, the U.S. federal government, cannot identify and don't know what they are. So I think that all options are on the table. With regard to the drones, I think it's very clear it's the U.S. government. I think it's very clear the U.S. government is lying to the American people and to Congress because we don't really know what's going on. I do believe that at least Congress has the right to know so we can pacify some of the safety concerns and fears that people have all along the eastern seaboard.
Did you see it? Look at the bottom ticker. Aliens? Adversaries? Something else? Talk about fear-mongering. Talk aliens? Aliens. That's the number 1 in there. Adversaries? Enemies? Or something else? It's weird that you got aliens in there, but to put something else? This is unreal. That is the first I've ever seen it. This is unreal because of drones, people. Well, it may be more than what we think and what they're telling us, obviously. So let's take a look. I want to show you what was found, what fell out of the sky in Paris, France, on the beach, day before Christmas. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. You see? You understand? You get it now? You see? I mean, look at it. I mean, does this look man-made to you? You know what it looks like? A movie prop. And when they were moving it around, it looks like it weighs nothing. Watch. Look at this. The guy's moving it around like it's cardboard box. And I ain't buying it. This is bullshit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't think this is something that fell out of the sky. I think somebody brought it there and said it fell out of the sky. I don't see anything that shows any blades. Blades, there I go again. Propellers. propulsion. You see? That's the joke. It's on us, the joke. By the way, there's screws in there. Okay, you think aliens are going to use screws? There, you got a screw right there. It looks like a screw. It's a flathead. Here's a 4 square, or a square 4 side, right? Here's your switch, your service motherboard, right? Or something. Yeah, that's it. And you know what this looks like? You see it in there? You see it? It looks like this was printed, but it wasn't. You could tell. It's put together. There's creases. Yeah, it's not. It's not printed. Be nice though. Be nice. I tell you. Would be nice. Can I go on top again? Thank you. All right, get me out of here. All right, I want to show you the other one. Another one bites the dust. Oh, that's weird. Well, I'm not. Okay, they didn't find this. This is China has this crazy looking stealth fighter. You got to see this thing. The War Zone has a great write-up of the details on it, but I've got a 20-second video. You've got to see this thing. It's gorgeous. I hope it's not real. From John Greenwald Jr. of the Black Vault. See that? Hey, why isn't it? Oh, I see. Hey! Stop! You can hear that thing. Not very stealthy that way, right? You would know. If this was floating, okay. But it's not. It's flying with jet engines. 110-year-old technology. Look how cool it looks, though. I mean, it looks just so fake. You know what I mean? So they don't have the secrets flying in public. I told you. This is just unbelievable what they're doing. They're talking about another shape shifting. Look at all the different ones we're seeing. We're seeing some that look like 6-sided die. You know, the one we just saw, the black one on the beach. We've got something that looks like nothing, a ball. They've got orbs. Yeah, let me pull this up. Show this to you. Yeah, shapeshifter. It's a craft recorded from underneath, they're saying, by a witness, and we can actually see the bottom of the craft changing shape. They say this is not human technology. This seems to be a genuine UFO performing some kind of research over a populated area. I haven't played I haven't played the video yet, but I just looked at it, and this is what it looks like from the beginning. And I think it's the letter O, as in, oh no, another balloon go. They said this was shape-shifting. I don't see it. All I see is a donut shape. It's awful looking. Beautiful. Looks like a bolt, doesn't it? Like a bolt you would put on a nut. Oh, look at this. It is shape-shifting. Ah. Ooh, it's got an angry face. Arr. Yeah, good. Way to use autofocus, you moron. Who uses autofocus? If that's manual focus, that's not smart. It should have never went out of focus. Look at this. It is on autofocus, you schmuckoids. It's in the sky. I'm getting angry. Super angry. That's why they say it's morphing, because the autofocus is making it look that way. It's opening and closing, sort of. See? It's squinting, basically. It's the same setup as before. No, sorry, you lose, lady. No, not buying it. It's just going in and out of focus, so it makes that look like it's changing, and it's not. I know, it's not. That's the beauty of having made the same mistakes, knowing that other people are pulling one over your eyes. It's a very good feeling to know that, to have that confidence. To actually say that's bullshit and here's why. Not very many people would do that. Everybody would say, it is shapeshifted. And they won't even talk about the focus. They won't talk about the black object with the bright background. All that comes into play. The setting of the camera, the person shooting it. Are they using a tripod? Does it have stabilization? Is it digital or high 8? Come on. Are you with me, Goofonians? You see what I see? Bullshit. All right, I'm just calling it as I sees it. That's why people come here. They like the truth. Okay. Okay, I got it. Oh no. Okay. So this I have to talk about. This is one of the reasons why we're here tonight. Because of the fear-mongering, I think that's going on. And the reason this is happening, because a new administration is coming in. And they got funding through the Biden administration, I think, right? And they want to continue that through the Trump administration. How do you do that? You reestablish the threat. But this time, it's not just Elizondo and Christopher Mellon and everybody else telling us. The Pentagon, the White House. No. We're now getting a drone show without it being a show. Why? To fearmonger. Why? Because if we think it's drone technology of an adversary or alien or unknown presence, it's a threat we can't contain, we can't control, we can't stop, we don't know anything about it, they're not telling us anything about it. Not really. Okay? Our defense, our military is being embarrassed, but they're not. They're not. It's all show. This is all a fucking psyop fun show. It's a psyop mixed in with the threat so they can get funding, extra more funding, because what do you need the funding for? We got to combat these drones. We need at least, that was 100 million, at least $100 billion. No. 100 billion. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I should have said 100 million. We'll give you $1 billion. Oh, sir, could you you get $1 billion, figure out what it is. $1 billion. We were only asking, really, we wanted 100 million. They got 10 times. If they get this money, whatever amount, it's going to be huge. But it's all fake. You understand? They're not going to use this money for anything but their pockets. It's bullshit. What do you think? What do you think the money's going? Do they really think the money's going to our defense for UFOs? Do you really see any advancement? Jesus Christ. They have the mountain there that's supposed to look over everything, right? Saskatchewan Mountain, whatever it is that looks at all the missiles that comes in. It's in Denver. You know what I'm talking about. Colorado, whatever, Utah. I don't know, wherever. The big mountain thing up there. And it watches over, and it's supposed to see everything that comes into the atmosphere or leaves our atmosphere and hangs out and may be a threat. And they said, our settings were set for bigger objects. You know how you have cameras at home and you leave and it gives you an option to set it for a dog. Like if a dog walks in, the alarm won't go off. because it'll understand it's a dog. But if you don't put it in, it'll perceive it as nothing, a human, maybe, right? And the alarm will go off. So what they did to stop the alarms from going off all the time, they put a little governor or stipulation on the size of the objects they're going to investigate or keep an eye on. Not all of them, mind you. Not every object. If it's just a little smaller, then they're little... Are you kidding me? How stupid. Where's our money going to? I want the smallest, minute thing to be tracked. Do you understand? Not, it has to be the size of a bus for us to give a shit. Well, now they're the size of drones, all right? Now we've got this drone thing. They're fear-mongering us about World War III, and now they're showing us videos of drones, kamikaze drones. I'm going to show you one from Russia is now using drones to bomb civilians. See? And they send it to us, showing us what it looks like with a drone and a bomb attached to it. Don't you see the fear-mongering, what they're doing? They leak it, and they leak it into the social media, and we all see these videos, and now we're going to think this is going to happen to us. Right? Now I'm scared. And guess what? A lot of people don't read. They just watch the video because they're stupid, right? And they'll think that's in America. Did you see the drone that hit the building and blew up? Where? I don't know where, but I tell you, these drones are bombs. Hopefully the other person they're talking to is a little smarter. So now you get this involved, okay? Do you see the correlation? Do you see how they're fear-mongering? This is all about money for our defense. It's fake. The whole thing is all made up. Nothing's going to happen. I was wrong. There's not going to be anything going on. I was wrong. I said something's going to happen because they fear-mongered me as well, and I fell for it. Then I started to think about it after I made that comment and that prediction. I said, wait a minute. The drones are they're just flying around, and they're not really doing anything except shining a beam off, laser tracking. I mean, they may be up to something, but they're really doing nothing harmful, right? They haven't crashed into buildings. Oh, they've fallen out of the sky now. There have been a few incidents, and I think tragically a 13-year-old boy may have had heart attack during a surgery after being hit with one of these drones and had to get surgery. Does anybody know about that story, if that kid lived? Well, I don't know, but, it's scary if they're falling out of the sky. But yeah, we had the drone show in Orlando, and a couple of them fell. They were doing the sync and all that, and a couple of them just fell out of the freaking A, man. That's scary shit. But they shouldn't have been over people or near people. Those drone shows should have been way out, like at least 50 yards away, at least. And they show us that, right? They show the drone yesterday or 2 days ago, showed the drone falling out of the sky, hitting the car. And then it was doing this, right? Oh, do I still have that? Oh, I just deleted it. I meant to keep it, and I accidentally deleted it. I thought that was the weirdest thing. So now it's getting much weirder. I got another video here. There, another supposed alleged shapeshifter. They say UFO shapeshifts into fixed winged craft. Longest version I've seen of this video, what he says here, which has been making the round. Still don't know what to make of it. Let's take a look at this. I looked at it, and I'm not sure yet. Let me take another look. I only looked at it on my phone, so, small. What? Oh, from Panda Koala on X. All right, come on already. Where is it? Jesus, that's low. That's not even 100 feet up. Look at this thing. What? I never saw this part of it. Come on. Wait, I'm not shape-shifting.
That's Autonomy's co-founder and CEO Tim Hoover. For the last 40 years, the Ag Information Network has been...
Oh, it is a drone. Oh, we looked at this yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think, right? Why don't I remember watching it? I only remember those lights flashing. So you know it. You know why it looks this way, right? It's the settings. It's the camera. It looks foggy. So many variables come into a video like this. It's a white, bright light. Oh, I flew my drone this morning at 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And it was foggy. Wait a minute, hold on. It's an airplane. It was an airplane. That's all. It's in the fog. Okay. It's playing, right? That's just an airplane then. You can hear it. Turning. I don't know a drone that sounds like an airplane. Oh, that's right. It's shape-shifting. I forgot. Beta! Only a few people might get that. Beta! What do you mean, beta? Beta. That's an air... Oh, it changed into a winged craft, everybody. That's right. That's what he said. It changed into a winged craft. Who thinks these things up, man?
Right there. There's another one coming up.
This guy thinks it changed into a winged craft. What a joke. People are weird. There it is. It's an airplane. You can see it. And then as it passes, he says, oh, it shapeshifted. There, watch. See? Shapeshifted. How could it do this? How could it shapeshift? Now, that was the worst video I think I've ever seen. The worst. That's not even what it looks like. Oh, get out of here. What a waste of your time. I'm sorry. I wasted all of our time. All right. JetBlue pilot spots UFO mid-flight. All right. JetBlue. Let's see. Are they drinking on the job? What the health is going on?
There's something that just went from right to left to right in a blink and then flashing.
Oh, right, Dan.
Okay, well, I had an airplane cross from right to left, E-175, and now there's another one, 777 up there high off the right side that's descending to 28. That might be those two aircraft, I'm not sure.
This thing went 180 degrees.
Very interesting.
Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah, let me know if you see it again. We'll make a report.
Well, the details, it literally went from one coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights, or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then since we spoke to you last, it flashed us like 3-4 times, and we are still looking at it now.
So where is it roughly if I was to give you a traffic call?
I would say probably 60, 80 miles in front of us, and it looks like it's coming, I don't know, it's flashing towards us, but it is definitely not an airplane. It doesn't have a strobe lights or anything on it. It's just this bright orange going on and off. Yep, this definitely wasn't an airplane.
That's pretty cool, actually. Now, you would think a pilot would know what's in their sky, right? They would know an airplane, but they're not UFO experts. Nobody is. But they're in the sky. They're there. They have the front row seat, the best view in the house. And damn it, God, wouldn't that be fun? I'd love to be a pilot. You know, why can't we just go and hang out in the pilot's You know that extra seat that comes out of the wall? The little one? Why can't UFO guys come in there with their cameras? But I'd like to fly to China and back 3 times, and you'd get at least 30 hours, of footage. Maybe get something. Imagine how many things people saw when the airplane first came out. And they were flying around. Remember when the space guys? What those guys who were going up in space testing all those rockets were seeing all sorts of cool stuff. All sorts of weird things. It's amazing. Here we go. Check this out. This is why you can't have nice things. This makes me mad when I saw this, because this is not good. You see that? Watch. That there's an LED inside that clear balloon, and then a hot dog balloon or a clown balloon with 2 lights on the ends, making a triangle. And the one with the light in it is going to illuminate beautifully because it's inside of I'm turning off that song. It's very loud for some reason. But look at the lights dancing around. Nobody's going to know. Once it gets high enough and you can't see the balloon. Not cool. I wonder how many people called in over in that part of the world and said, I think there's so I wanted to fly my drone because I was bored and it was a little foggy. And I wanted to fly it all the way to the guard shack where our security is, because I know the guys there, or the guy. But his friends hang out and they're always there with him, because he works till 6 a.m. So he's there all night. And I wanted to fly my drone and give them some excitement. But I don't know if anything happened. So I flew my drone at 3:30 in the morning all the way to the front. And then I noticed something I never saw before. A no-fly zone. About 100 yards away from the guard shack. I can't tell you what's there because it'll give away where I live. But I never knew that is where it was. Like, oh my God, I'm right on the edge of a no-fly zone, which I really am. There's an airport 5 miles away. So I think that is where the edge comes right up to where I live. I can go fly south all I want. But go a little bit north, and I have a little problem there with and that's just wicked cool. Yeah, never knew. Yeah, you can't fly your drone within 5 miles of an airport. And when you fly a DJI drone, they give you a map you use. It's their app and map and GPS and their satellites. You're not using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. You're using their satellite. So that's why you can fly 5-6 miles, but it is just, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, it was fun. I don't know. I'm going to see if he had any activity tonight. I'll go out there and ask him. He doesn't get here for another 4 minutes. All right. Oh, man. So that makes me angry. Now you got the hoaxers. Everybody, you can tell the difference. Here's one that fell from the sky during a storm that left locals baffled. I believe this one is from Thailand. Mysterious black objects falling from the sky puzzled locals. A couple in Phatthalung, a province near the Malaysian border, discovered the strange items in their garden. Let me pull it up for you. It doesn't look like anything impressive. It looks like old rock or old metal. Make sure you can see this with me. Okay, good. So there you go. This is it. And Wichit Sirapwadan and his wife Minorat believe the rocks may be extraterrestrial and claim they have improved their health. The couple found some shiny black rocks ranging in size and totaling over 44 pounds in their palm plantation after a storm. There was a very heavy rain and lightning around 2 a.m. on that day, causing a fire outside, which it told Viral Press. In the morning, there was a fallen tree and burn marks on the ground. I walked over to the burning pit and there was smoke. So, I covered it with soil. 2 weeks later, they revisited the pit and discovered shiny black rocks. Unreal. Minarat shared that while collecting them, one sharp rock cut her and caused her to bleed, but the pain and heat quickly subsided after the bleeding stopped. That usually happens when healing occurs. After keeping the rocks for about a month, she reported feeling more energetic and mentally clearer. Neighbors have noticed unusual patterns on the rocks and interpret them as lucky numbers they plan to use for lottery tickets. Huh? The couple now wants authorities to examine the objects. No! You stoopies! You never, ever bring the authorities into a magical, mystical thing. Why would you do that? Now they're going to take them. And then you're going to be jonesing. I need my rock, man. All your neighbors are going to think you're addicted to crack cocaine when you keep going outside saying, my rocks aren't in my garden. And then you start throwing dirt on it, thinking it's going to happen again in the fire pit. You come back a week later, nothing, no fire. No, you're never getting those rocks back. Kiss them goodbye, Minarat. Sad. Look at this. It's melted metal of some sort. Doesn't it look like something that dripped out of a molten, what do they call those things? You know what I mean. Melting pot. I don't know. Oh, very cool. If true. But, those people believe in a lot of things. What do you mean, those people? You know what I mean. Multiple drone UFO sightings reported over White Sands NASA testing facility in New Mexico. This was also on Christmas Eve, around 9:16 in La Cruces, New Mexico. This was an unidentified flying object sighting here in La Cruces, New Mexico, and the other side of the mountain, they claim. So I'm pulling up the video so we can look at it together. 5. Just hold on. Oh, this is only a 15-second video. There's a video, Rish. Hey, Jaime. Hey, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Jaime Mausan. Hola, Feliz Navidad, Rish. Thanks, Jaime. Anytime, Deke. Hey. Go.
Oh, shit, that's fucking crazy.
Hey, don't swear. Doing a live. Okay, these are Chinese plantations. These are Chinese lanterns. In my OP. Yeah, I don't even know why we're looking at this. When they're that low in the sky and they're in a line almost, not behind one another, but they're going in the same general direction. Usually that's the wind taking the... Yeah, that's all. Okay, the fear-mongering has continued. What did they say? Remember when Lou first got here? What did they talk about? The threat. And then Greer was like, there's no threat. That's just what they have to say to get the funding for the black budget, fake black budget programs. It's never going to end. This is going to stop once, well, I don't know. I'm going to say once Trump gets into office. Okay, UFOs over Texas. Let me see this. Oh, boy. I don't know. Everything's starting to look. Now we're getting fleets. Everybody thinks any gathering of objects is UFOs.
Now they just hover. Yeah, that's not Starlink.
That's not Starlink. It's not. Dude, it's under the clouds. Oh my God. Oh, it's Starlink. Yeah, they think it's. Oh, God, people are so stupid. I'm sorry, I overreacted.
Yeah, let's play.
People are smart.
They are quiet and they're like perfectly aligned.
No, they're not. What? Do you understand? Did you hear what she just said? And they're perfectly aligned. Really? Bing, bang, boing, bing, bing, bang, boing. Those things are so out of line. Just these three. Maybe four could be close. Just these two, or maybe these two, or maybe these two. You understand? Silliness. This is why people are the worst when it comes to witness testimony. In every situation possible. Murder, corruption, you name it. People are the worst when it comes to being witnesses. They don't speak the right language. They say the wrong thing. They think the wrong way. They imagine what they think it is instead of what it really is. It's really weird. Oh, let me show you what George Knapp thinks. I never played this. This is from his 8 News Now in Las Vegas, from his newscast. He does well on here. I like when he does the news. Other than that, when he's with Corbell, he's just selling out. I don't like it. George, distance yourself, please, from Corbell. It's got to be. That relationship has to come to an end soon.
Members of Congress received a classified intelligence briefing today about the drone swarms that have appeared for weeks now over a growing number of states. And then late this afternoon, the Department of Defense issued yet another statement about the mystery drones, assuring the public that it is taking the issue very seriously.
In Nevada and elsewhere, millions of eyes are fixed on the skies to try and catch objects that have appeared in restricted airspace and buzz critical infrastructure.
George Knapp is here with an overview.
At this moment, 1 year ago, there was another drone swarm that was underway. For a period of 2 weeks, dozens of unidentified objects swarmed Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. And even though that base has some of the most sophisticated technology in the world, it could not track, identify, or deter the so-called drones from entering restricted airspace. The same appears to still be true for our military, which has frequently blurred the line between identifiable drones and objects that are truly unknown.
Great Omaha, technique kid, Rockwell Pearl to pass ability to launch Hilo ASAP.
In July 2019, more than 100 unknown objects buzzed and swarmed around 10 U.S. Navy warships 100 miles off the Pacific coast. The objects were documented on camera, on radar, and on thermal sensors. Splash. In multiple shapes and sizes, including huge wingless orbs with no detectable propulsion system. Just drones, no biggie, the Pentagon suggested. A few years earlier, when Navy pilots on the East Coast encountered unusual objects on a daily basis in their training ranges, the debunkers called them drones or balloons or both, certainly not UFOs. 4 years ago this month, dozens of unknown drones appeared nightly for weeks in the heartland.
The sky is lit up with Christmas lights, basically.
Isn't this great?
There's lights and...
Okay, guys. We have our first alien sighting. Look at her. Does she look real? Look at the gray, discolored eyes, the painted on eyebrows. What did we say about eyebrows being this way? Not the brightest people, right? Maybe that's because they're cyborg. Look at her. She's dead in there. Fake.
things flying all over.
Sheriff's departments across the border area of 3 states have been flooded with similar reports since mid-December.
The U.S. military never learned who or what was behind it, as if it was just one of life's little mysteries. In the past few years, the all-purpose term drones has replaced swamp gas and weather balloons as the military's go-to explanation for unknown objects. And what might be the most ironic of the current sightings, intrusions by so-called drones caused air traffic at Wright-Patterson Air Base to shut down this weekend. Wright-Pat is where the wreckage from the 1947 Roswell crash was reportedly stored. Nice touch, drone people.
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat.
But we're going to scare the crap out of you anyway.
An assortment of government officials have tried to quell public concerns in recent weeks, but the public isn't buying it, and the mystery drones didn't get the memo either. Social media platforms are jam-packed with cell phone videos of assorted lights and odd objects seen nightly in the skies over New Jersey and many other states, including Florida, Texas, California, and Oregon. Most are likely the lights of airplanes, but some do resemble standard drones, albeit a few the size of an SUV. They do not perform like known drones. New Jersey officials have demanded briefings and say they were told the drones are not a threat, are not being flown by the U.S. government, are not being flown by foreign adversaries, and by the way, the government is unable to track them. Doesn't
just watch the news, right? Didn't they say that it is us? The drones are us, right? Now he's saying they're not.
Know where they originate or where they go each morning.
It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything, okay? It was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there.
The president-elect is among those who doubt what the public is being told.
They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment.
That is not an airplane.
In the absence of credible information, rumors have swirled. Maybe they're from Russia or China or an Iranian mothership parked offshore. Or maybe it's a secret operation by the feds to quietly track down a dirty bomb or nuclear materials smuggled into the country by terrorists. Officials have tried to quash such rumors, but their credibility has been impaired. Just days ago, the public was told there were 0 verified drone intrusions into restricted airspace over military bases. Then, in a statement just days later from multiple agencies, including the FBI and the military, it was admitted there have been intrusions by unknown drones over 2 New Jersey military sites, also confirmed drone intrusions over a nuclear power plant. Prior to the New Jersey outbreak, mystery drones repeatedly flew into the highly restricted airspace over 3 critical air bases in the UK. So what gives?
It's a serious deal, man. We got to...
Okay. So it's not just the USA. Right. So it's our allies also getting the same treatment. So maybe it really is the rumor or some nuke, some bomb, some threat was made and they're looking for it maybe. Or maybe it was being smuggled into the country and they had a lead, right? Maybe they were following it and lost it. I don't know how. I mean, they can track, right? The energy coming. Isn't that true? Don't they have detection awareness with certain technologies? They can see where radioactivity is being stored or secretly held, unless it's behind six foot thick, whatever, steel walls. I don't know, whatever they use.
I think it's a test. Somebody's testing us, and we're failing that test.
How do we know? How do we know? How do we know if we're failing? Are we supposed to shoot him down? Right? That's not us. We should. I believe we should shoot at least one just to get a, But if they know who it is, or maybe they have an idea of who it is, but don't know for sure. There's so many what ifs. But, Trump looked right into that camera. I swear to God, he was telling us just by staring at us the way he did, hey, they know. And it ain't good.
Emphasized today that it still thinks many or most of these drones are hobbyist or corporate drones, but that's not very reassuring since the military and police seem unable to track them back to whoever is flying them. 20 years ago, when the Navy pilots encountered this famous Tic Tac object, military sensors allegedly could track a golf ball 100 miles away. Now we can't follow drones that are reportedly the size of automobiles.
They're lying.
The hearing today was classified, but it's not a big deal, not a threat. Don't worry about it.
Not get a lot of answers. Couldn't some of them be spy drones essentially sent by our adversaries or enemies?
Absolutely, there could. And, last week, Of course, the Pentagon said, no, they're not. They're absolutely ruled that out. But of course, now they're saying, well, maybe they are. And I think
that's because the Bidens are in bed with China. Like, literally, they're China.
If that was the case, if China is flying drones all over the country, over military bases, nuclear sites, that's pretty scary because we're not able to track them. We can't or won't bring them down. That sends a really strange signal to our adversaries if that's the case.
That's a whole different story.
Watching this unfold is great fun. All these officials and cops and small town guys who are asking questions about what's flying around in the sky, and they're getting the same kind of runaround that those of us from UFO world are used to all these years.
You can relate.
I can. Yeah.
So many of them are fidgeting in their seats for sure.
George is so good. God, he is. He's the best. And the worst. Poor guy. I don't fault him for hooking up with Jeremy Corbell, because I believe George Knapp was sold a bill of lies, or whatever you want to say. I think however you word it, I think he was sold a whole bunch of bullshit, and now he can't get out. He's made his bed and he has to lie in it. He does a good job. For the most part, it seems like he and Jeremy still work together, but they definitely have different opinions, which is nice. I like that George isn't really going along with everything Jeremy's saying. Here's a video of it. Let me see if it's still up. This video has been removed because it shows the speed of this drone taking off from a standstill, allegedly. Let's see. Wait a minute. You got to be kidding. These are airplanes. I don't see it. There's nothing in here that shows the speed of anything. It's a lie. What do we have here? Oh, wow. This is really interesting. All right, I'm going to show you this video. This is weird. I like it, though. Here we go. Some strange activity. This is really strange right here. Finally, something I can look at and say, yeah, that's strange. Yes, strange. You're looking at strange number one. Nice hairdo.
I don't have anything beyond that. We're tracking this very closely.
Oh, it is. Nice hair.
Obviously, we're all aware of the incidents that have been reported. I'm not going to go into
get myself out of here.
Could be or could not be.
Those have like a trail on them. These two. And then there's one over here in the distance. Look how close they are to each other. Wow. Two more coming out from this direction.
At this time, we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but, at no point were our installations threatened.
I mean, they're silent. Another drone. I mean, they're silent.
I didn't know if you could hear me. It's okay. You don't want to hear me. What is it? Oh my God. All right. It's time. Let me pull it up. Did you hear there might be a plasmic UFO over Navy battleship in New Jersey? It's true. And I have the evidence from third phase of moon. Third phase of moon. Third phase. Nobody likes that song when I do it. All right, here we go. Beep.
A little knowledge is a very dangerous
A widow? A widow knowledge? A widow knowledge?
Continue to do it until somebody finally stops them.
I know for a fact, you can look in their eyes and tell when somebody wants to kill you that they had that face, that stone cold face, that appearance.
I could feel the vibrations coming off of it, but there was no sound.
They're going to keep playing that hand, and I think the general public is going to see through it.
Everything's active, unbeknownst to most of the people on this planet.
They need to hand over the reins because it's not theirs. It's the property of the United States military and people.
Give us what you got. Give us this information. Let us make our own decision.
At a certain point, you have to call their bluff.
Here, get up, look at it! Oh my fucking God!
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with my brother Brant. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Everybody, but right now. We're sticking to the story that something still strange is going on over New Jersey. There's a no-fly zone, but
I guess all I'm saying is it looked like I wasn't muted. I thought you could hear me. That's weird. Yeah, I was just saying, obviously, this is an airplane of some sort, right? It's an airplane, and I don't mean of some sort.
Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with my brother Brant. It's Christmas.
But it's an airplane.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I don't know any other way to say this. But if that's not an airplane, then the Wright brothers invented something else. Who? Yeah.
But right now, we're sticking to the story that something still strange is going on over New Jersey. There's a no-fly zone, but they continue to have these strange, bizarro X-wing kind of looking craft just hovering over the rooftops there, and we're looking at it. People are in shock and awe. Let's get a close-up.
That's not hovering,
have you ever
dude.
Seen anything quite like this?
Yes, you have. You see it over your own house. There's just no fog. There's a fog here. Oh, ma.
It's definitely aerodynamic in a way. It resembles a plane.
God.
But it's a funky one.
No, it's not.
I've never seen before.
Yes, you have.
This is wild. Then you don't.
No, it's not.
Hear like your typical jet engine, a commercial airliner would do it. That's such a low altitude. You could clearly just hear the woman speaking, and definitely it's not the engine of a commercial plane. This is something different. What's it being propelled by? It's a big question. Now look at this. It's banking over so low over the neighborhood of New Jersey. This would rock anybody. If you're going to see this flying.
Dude, that's how low the planes come in, I believe, to LaGuardia. They go over people's homes, literally just 700 feet. That's it. The minimum maximum. It's very low. There's so many airports that are the same way. That's why the takeoff lights are on, and you're seeing that
And over your home,
being projected up front in front of the airplane. This is just a beam of light hitting up front in a cloud or a fog.
You're going to be concerned.
I can't believe that this has to be explained.
Red spotlight. It's kind of illuminating the bottom area. What in the world are these things looking for?
Nothing. People to fly.
We want to get your comments and opinions right
People.
now in this live premiere. And
It's
give us a big thumbs up.
people.
Let's get a close-up look once again.
All right, I literally am gonna hurt myself if I keep watching that. Let's see what goes next. That surprises me.
Continuous basis every night. You're in a no-fly zone. Who the heck knows? Now more videos.
That's cool. This one's cool.
All right, the one right there is the obvious. It's either a drone or a plane that's flying above.
So what this could be, planes lined up coming in for a landing. They're coming in from this direction. They go out and then they come back over.
But those 4 dots right there, it's flying over.
Who's
Those things
talking?
have not moved.
Who's talking? That's not a Paula.
Holy
Oh, that's the person recording it. Okay.
cow.
Yes, I'm a little high.
Great reporting from the person who shot the video. Good job there. Describe.
No. See, there's one out here. This just came into view. These are all lined up coming in for a landing.
In the scene, the scenario.
That's all it is.
I count a lot of things here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bright illuminated.
And then here are some other ones. I don't know. There's some shit happening back here.
Plasmic plasmoids. And then this, is it a helicopter or is it a drone? Obviously.
These are the plasmoids they were talking about? These were the plasmoids? Okay.
Not sure if it's a helicopter or not, but it's observing these stationary 4 orbs just hanging in the night sky for quite some time.
We don't know because we're only seeing several seconds. We need at least 30 seconds without the camera moving to see where. Give me 10 seconds without it moving and show me. I bet you if I put my cursor here right next to it, it's moving a direction. It's not hovering. I guarantee it.
These are,
but because the person's smart and knows this, they go in, they go out, they're moving, and all sorts of stuff. It's hard to line it up and figure it out because they made it that way. Maybe by accident, but
yeah. When
here,
you
look,
get a really close look at
they're
it,
moving.
Well, actually, we're going to pull away. This is a good shot.
It's moving to the right. Okay, you can see this plasmoid move over from here to there in a short amount of time. Watch.
Plasmic plasmoids. And then this, is it a helicopter or is it a drone?
That's an airplane, bro.
Not sure if it's a helicopter or
not. It's an airplane. Forget the helicopter.
These stationary 4 orbs just hanging in the night sky for quite some time. These are
so it's right next to it now.
Here.
And it's just moving to the right.
Really close look
this one's also moving to the right. This one moving. Yeah, they're all moving to the right. Very far away, from left to right, probably 10 miles out. They're going to circle out, come over, and get this guy coming in for a landing. Done. No plasmoids, no UFOs, no drones, airplanes coming in for a landing. I would bet my life on that. I would. And my soul. That's how confident I am. That is a wrong description of what's going on. I don't care. I don't care what they were told. I don't believe it. I know what my eyes know, that I've seen that scene 100,000 times in Arizona. I've seen it everywhere you go. There's an airport. There's airplanes that line up. That's what that was. It even looked a little foggy. So it made it look like the lights were larger than they were. And it was a little bit out of focus. So it makes them even bigger, more plasmoids. makes them into plasmoids when you go out of focus. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Doesn't mean I'm right. I think I am. There's this video. It's got to be fake. Of an orb flying around at 3 a.m. Doesn't say where. Yeah, it's got to be fake. I'm not going to show that one. And now they're saying Iran launches against unidentified flying objects. They're saying Iran launches strike against UAP UFO to no effect. The orb brushes off everything that is fired at it. Crazy footage. Yeah, you know, I don't think that's what's going on. Oh, I love it. Let's take a look at this. You're going to laugh. So they think Iran is shooting at this object and the bullets are going right through it. In 5, 4, I said 3, there's 2, and a goo. I said a goo. Go, come on. Oh, no volume. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Get me on top. Put me in it. Put me in it. Put me in, coach. So there it is. Oh, look at that. They're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting. Boom, bang, bang, boom, boom. You know, they're bad shots. Every shot's going to the right side makes me think they're not actually shooting at it. That this person thinks they are because they're idiots. Right? But then it goes out. Watch. Oops. You know why? Because that's a flare that illuminates the area so they can shoot whatever they want and see what's in the area. And then the flare goes out. That's all it is. Ugh. Who's the ass? A murky, chalky, lacky, burky. Jar Jar, binky, dinky. Hey, Jar Jar. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and yours. $5 a super holiday chat. It's a super holiday evening here at GUFON for another week. Grazie, grazie, or giver, few. Somebody just sent $3 on PayPal. Stars and Night Vision. Hey, thank you very much. Saying cheers, Rich. Nice show. Greets from Stars and Night Vision. Well, thank you very much, AG. Thank you. Stars and Night Vision. Thank you, Jar Jar and Stars and Night Vision. A simulcast of a super and a PayPal. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso on this holiday evening. Hey, we got 150 here tonight. All right. That's nice. Thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging out like you wouldn't believe. And I've got to show you this. Anything the mainstream media wants to tell us, we must listen. I don't care if you think it's just because it's from another city or another state. There's a lot of these sightings happening, and, this is a big puzzle. So everything matters. Everything. That's why I play all of what I can find that makes sense, right? Here we go. This is for you. Oh, can you get me out of there? Put me on top.
Now similar sightings are being reported here in San Diego and
across
Southern California.
Drone sightings spreading across the country now. Officials confirmed that unmanned drones have been spotted recently near Hill Air Force Base in Utah. Now, information on the number of drones that were spotted, how close they flew to the base, hasn't been widely or publicly released.
Developing news reported drone sightings are starting to appear in Nebraska. A viewer sent us this video that you're seeing behind me here. You can see several lights circling the ground, seemingly from the sky.
This time in White Settlement.
We haven't seen the formation of drones like that before.
Slowly moving.
Officers capturing video of the hovering drones
Nebraska.
last night after getting multiple calls about 6 drones flying together in a no-fly zone near Lockheed Martin and Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base.
Okay, guys. Okay. Now, this is where it should be interesting. In a no-fly zone? Okay. I know it's been happening, right? I know they've been flying in these no-fly zones. But I just don't understand why we aren't trying to take them down. They're called no-fly zones for a reason. You do not enter them. And if you do, you have the risk of being approached or killed. If you don't leave, if you don't follow a direct, I mean, that's how serious it's supposed to be. And why aren't we hearing that we're defending our airspace? We're not hearing it. We're not seeing it. Nobody's shooting at them. Look, if it was me and they were flying above me like that over airspace, and I knew the drones that did, I would try to take them down myself. Absolutely. I want to be a hero. And as an American, I would hope there's people out there that guard against this shit. So if you see those drones breaking the law, all right, let's finish this video.
The buzz around mysterious flying objects is gaining traction in Middle Tennessee as several people in Murfreesboro say they saw bright lights hovering in the night sky yesterday.
Tonight, Virginia State Police say there have been more than 150 tips of drone sightings like this one you see right here all across the Commonwealth this month alone. And residents want to know, what are they and who is controlling them?
Some people in South Florida have claimed to have seen them in their own backyards.
Well, talk about this mystery unfolding in the skies. Dozens of drones spotted across at least 7 states in the Northeast, including Connecticut.
It is a mystery rattling nerves across the Northeast and now here in Massachusetts. Tonight, the concern over drones in the night sky reaching Cape Cod.
The FAA has now issued a temporary ban over nearly 24 towns and cities up and down the Garden State.
All right. She reminded me. Now, there has been for those of you who do not know, there's been a battle going on with China and DJI drones. They're the most popular drones sold in America. And I mean, there's over 1 million drone operators out there, and 70% have DJI drones. We all have to sign up under FAA guidelines, take a test, easy test. You should pass it. And it just shows that you read these rules and regulations, follow them, and you won't get in trouble. You're going to use their app. They can see the FAA. DJI's app is connected to the FAA. So when they were selling their drones to the regular dude, everything was fine. But when DJI, started selling their drones to the military, wow, what the hell? There was a rumor going around that started that isn't true at all, that we know of. There's no proof that DJI used the drones they sold to the military to spy on our military because they were the DJI company. They said that China was hacking in to the drones and seeing all this intel and all this top secret shit. So they're trying to ban selling DJI drones in America because they don't trust China. But it's all a lie. So when you have all of these drones flying around with impunity into, can't go in that airspace. They're not allowed to go in it. They're going into secure airspace. And this, I think I figured it out. This is a 2 to 3 prong effect will happen. Because of the incursions that are happening all over, there will be a ban on DJI drones. That's what they're hoping will happen. They're hoping that this fear-mongering will get the public's approval and push that bill over to get DJI banned in the United States. These are all DJI drones. Well, we don't know that. Nobody said that. Nobody knows. Right? Nobody knows if it's DJI. It doesn't have to be. It's a drone. So putting the fear of the drone into the American people could get a ban on DJI drones. That's one thing. The second thing is not saying who it is and keeping this mystery abroad like nobody's telling us anything, but it's not nefarious. Well, this might just be a non-nefarious plan to get DJI banned. That makes sense. And when the drones act like they're scanning, fly into the airspace they shouldn't, fly in groups and in fleets and be intimidating, the news gets on it and they're like, oh, they're coming all over. And, people don't understand. Never seen a drone like this before. Why are they out there? What are they doing? It's only at night. Put the fear out there, might get that ban on all drones for the consumer. I don't think Trump's going to allow that to happen, but it could happen before Trump gets here. I think they might be able to get that ban in before Trump. I don't know if they had enough time to get it done, because the last time they tried getting the ban through, it didn't go through, and they rewrote it, and they didn't think they would get it in time for this administration to put the ban on. But I don't know. I since I got my drone working, thanks to Ben, the Yorkshire Griffonian, since I got it working, I haven't really been paying attention. I've just been all right until now. And this makes sense to me. This makes sense. But you know what? Public's not falling for it. Public's not scared at all. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing the opposite from the public. I'm seeing them mad. They're not telling us anything. And, the mainstream media is saying the same thing. At least they're nice. And at least they're trying to say, no, nobody's telling us anything. But what are they going to say? That's what that's what the narrative is. They're trying to not put it all on mainstream media by giving them that out. They're not telling us, but they know. I think they all know, but they can't tell us. And I'm wondering if it's just something to create a psyop as well. At the same time, it could create a ban. So you could have a psyop, learn how the public reacts to drone incursions that are happening in secured airspace, allegedly. People are seeing them, fired upon them. Some have fallen out of the sky. This is going to get worse before it gets better if it doesn't stop soon. That's all. That's all I think. That's what I think. I think. I don't know.
After a month of suspected drone sightings, the FAA has banned most drone flights in 22 areas of New Jersey.
The mystery drone sighting.
See what I mean? It's already started.
Lead to new restrictions for parts of New York.
This comes after the FAA issued temporary drone restrictions for nearly 24 towns and cities in New Jersey.
There is a bunch of red lights floating in the sky.
This video was taken by archaeologist Colin Rambo a couple of weeks ago in Lemon Grove.
I was driving down the street, just right down the street from my house here, and I pulled my car over because I saw what looked like a fleet of glowing red orbs.
God, that guy hasn't been on TV or it's got the glowing red orbs. Yeah, nice overacting there, Slick. I don't like it. I think it's all bullshit. Yeah, I really do. It's starting to smell bad. It's not good. The whole thing. It's just stupid. It's confirmed. The UFO, UAP drones have been sighted all over the U.S. and now over private aerospace companies. Lockheed Martin is now reporting incursions into their bases. This means UFO drones are real. Didn't we just look at that? I think we just saw that video. Hey, what, Mr. TAZ420? Happy holidays and happy New Year's to all, Mr. Taz420 says. With a $10 super chat, be safe and have fun. I'm glad I've been here for 2 years. Rich, don't ever forget who you was or where you came from, brother. Less drama comments and more focus. Yes, sir. Agreed. Yeah, we're heading that way. And I think we've been progressing towards no drama for a while. We haven't had any drama here all year. Yeah. So I think this was the first year we didn't have drama. It was a pretty good year as far as that. But thank you very much for the support and for being around, just hanging out. That's as cool as that's, thumbs up. Love the show. Share it if you can. And I appreciate it. Thank you for being a continuing supporter. Give it up for Mr. Taz420. It's the best. Give Mr. Tasmanian Devil his 420. What was that? You just died. You guys are awesome. What time? Oh, wow. Tonight's show flew by. I think we're done. What the hell? We're done. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yesterday, there was no show. Second Christmas in a row, I woke up to throw up. So I was out of commission all day. We opened our gifts Christmas Eve. My mother calls me at 5. She's like, coming over? And I'm like, I told you, I almost went to the hospital. She's like, oh yeah, you did. I didn't see it. So she goes, just stay home. So that's what happened yesterday. And still recovering today. I was laying around all day. So trying to get better. Did a little cleaning, opened up my gifts again and looked at everything in detail, read all the instructions. And I got money this year because I needed to buy things to do the auditing. And I bought a body camera. They're not that expensive, really, at all. I got this body camera, Bobolo, I believe it's called. It's this. It is a Bobolov, I think they're called. This is the one. It's got, believe it or not, it's got GPS on it too. It's kind of cool. These are ones that the police use. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I just didn't think I had to spend $200, $300 for all the bells and whistles. I just needed, GPS in case I get in trouble. And 11 hours of battery life. 180 degrees rotatable lens. 15 hours recording time. 4 hours to charge it. What is that? And there it is. GPS function. You can use it as your dash cam on your car too. Night vision. And there it is. So I got that. And let's see what else. And this came with it. And it's another camera. It's like a mini version of yeah, that came with it. I don't know how they do it, but this one came with it. It didn't get a good write-up. One write-up was bad. It said it doesn't record more than 4 hours and other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I don't trust what that guy's saying. But anyway, that comes with it. That'll go in my back pocket until I need a 360-degree camera as well. And then I have a harness for my GoPro so it could go in the center of my chest as a body cam. But when I put on the harness, it makes you look goofy as all hell. And I've got pecs, and it grabs my pecs and it looks like I have pretty big boobs. So I don't like it. So what they invented was this, and I got this. It's only $20, but it's magnets. So it goes inside your shirt and on the outside, so it just sticks to your shirt. You know what I mean? So I don't have a body harness that will show my pecs, and it looks goofy. But yeah, see, it can go up there. You don't have to wear a body harness. And those magnets are unbelievably strong. So I got that. And a couple of hats. I got a dark MAGA hat. Yeah, I had to get that. Need the dark MAGA hat when you're out there. Dark MAGA, please. Anyway. Well, it was fun. Christmas came and went, and hope you guys had some fun with your family and friends and your loved ones as well, because it's only once a year, and I think it's a great time of year, but it could also be a bad time of year for people who aren't as lucky and don't have family. And if you're ever in need of anything, we GUFOnians can help you out, maybe. I don't know how, but, I don't know what I'm saying. I never help anybody. I need help. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Moderators and super chatters, thank you for keeping the ebb and flow and making the show stay on its own 2 feet again. We need the support. I appreciate everything. And, we've got I'm trying to come up with a show for New Year's Eve that will be really fun. But I don't know. We went 8 hours once. We were trying to go all night. But then I didn't feel good at like 3:45, 4 in the morning because I didn't eat. And, we stopped doing the show because of me. That was a couple of years ago. But I like to do something like that again. Maybe we'll do an all-nighter, all day. I'm thinking, I have 2 channels, I could go live on both of them. So if I go live on my phone, yeah, they wouldn't work. Yeah, I got to be at both places at the same time. It doesn't work. All right, well, I'll think of some. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much for sharing each other's comments in the comment section, chat room, making it fun because we are. Truthology for ufology. We do it for you. They do, Marcel. Thanks, everybody. And, Tomorrow's Friday already. Man, this is the fastest week. All right, we'll see you guys. And don't forget, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Think about it. Alien bless. It's like God bless, but I say alien bless.
There's a weird thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem? And why did it download its treasured sites in Christianity?